our findings from the playbook is on aligning beliefs. We found really top 5 insights from parents and teachers. We found that different communities have different beliefs on the purpose of education. In a minute, I'll talk about what do we mean when we say the purpose of education, but the idea of why schools. And so that's one of the things that we examine, investigate with our surveys is what are beliefs on the purpose of education. And we found that different communities, different schools, different contexts, different demographics have different beliefs on the purpose of education. We have also found that parents frequently think teachers are much more focused on academic learning, but teachers are often focused on well-being, social emotional learning, and especially during the COVID pandemic. And so we've also found that parents are often on one page, teachers are on another page in their ideas and expectations for schools, and the importance of getting them on the page is something I'll be talking about in a minute. We also found that the more receptive teachers are to parents' inputs, the more parents feel they share teachers' beliefs about schools. So getting parents on the same page is really important because sharing beliefs is directly related to relational trust. And I'll dig into that data point as well. We also found that parents' beliefs about school are dynamic. They can change with their child's age. So what they think on the purpose of school and their expectations for school for their child in early grades can be different for in secondary school, for example. It can change over time. And finally, that the different ways that parents get information, there's sources of information about education. So it could be the media, other educators, other teachers, other family members, community leaders. These sources vary greatly, especially by education levels and where sources of information are coming. So these are 5 of the key top insights from the playbook. And I'm going to dig into the first 3 insights. So insight 1 on the different beliefs of purpose education. We, as part of our research, do surveys with parents and students and teachers around the world, as I mentioned earlier, and we look at one of the key questions is what is the most important purpose of school? So we ask parents and teachers, and in cases where they're also surveying students, to say what the purpose is they believe. And we ask them whether it's for furthering education, for example, higher education, vocational training, or is the purpose of education the main purpose for them to develop work skills, to become active community members or citizens, to understand themselves, social skills or values, which we are grouping together is social emotional or other. Is there a purpose there that is missing for them? And we start with this on our survey for the helping understand what parents, students, and teachers think about education. And we know that helping with uncovering what beliefs are can help then leading to the relational trust, which I'll talk to in a minute. So this is one of our key questions from the surveys, and I'll talk a little bit about our surveys later. But I wanted to ask, if you were taking this survey as an educator, what would you say is the most important purpose of school if you were given this question to answer? And so I'm going to ask Shona again to share the poll and for you to answer this question.